And in the locker room, each guy has been going. Welcome, everyone. All right. Trying a fresh season of NBA basketball. How excited are you?
Oh, man, Kevin, on a scale of 1 to 10, can I go 20? I mean, we've been waiting for these games to start for months. The offseason seems endless, and there's always drama about player movement, who's going where, and expectation, but nothing better than getting that ball thrown up. And let's see these guys go at it.
A look at the starting group for the Magic. In the backcourt form, it'll be Suggs and Caldwell Pope. Wagner and Banchero are the forwards, and it's Carter in at the 5 down low. Now Cunningham, after Wendell Carter missed from long range. Cunningham finds Stewart. Stewart, a screen for Cunningham. No good on the triple.
Well, the D really getting away with one there. No one on him, and that's going to be good 9 out of 10 times.
And I love the way he uses his size there to make sure he gets that board.
About 1 minute into the first quarter. Buries it from three-point range.
Right now, Cunningham has that shot dialed in.
And when you take a look at Jalen Duren, a big man, Greg, who seems to get better each and every season.
Well, you know, he averaged a double-double in his second season. I especially like how hard he goes after rebounds. This guy has a bright future in this league. Nice answer back there. Love to see the competitiveness.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
And up the court come the Magic on the break. And finished off by Banchero.
Nice work by Banchero, making himself available for the alley-oop pass. He's developing great court awareness.
Here's Thompson. About 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. The shot by Stewart with no one around. And another 3 for Detroit.
Great idea to get your secondary scorers involved early. This helps keep everybody engaged.
Yeah, and he's so-so from there, but when he's hitting from deep, it's a big confidence builder.
Here's Wagner following the 3 by Detroit. Lets it go with the 3. Duren pulls it in. The Pistons have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. And Cunningham with the slam.
And Kate getting up that time.
Orlando's gone just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. And Suggs throws it down.
I tell you what, you better watch out, fellas. He is on fire here today.
Stewart with the screen on Suggs. Stewart kicks to Cunningham for 3. They get it back. Here's Duren. Second chance shot. Somehow misses the two-handed jam.
Oh, no excuse for a guy of his caliber. You've got to finish that slam. You've got to be a little embarrassed by that one. When Banchero gets in tight, that's how he likes to finish. No layups for this big guy. He's all about the finish.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, Franz Wagner grew up in Germany, but he says one of the reasons that I went to college in the U.S. was to learn a different mentality. The game is played more competitively, and talking trash is welcome. I had it in me deep down, but that brought it out more. And that combination of styles has helped him to this day. Kevin?
Great stuff, DA. Thanks. There's 1:26 left in the first quarter. Just 5 to shoot. Carter with a screen on Ivy. A shot by Caldwell Pope, no good. Last outing for the Pistons, it was a loss to the Knicks. And Brent, credit the Pistons fans for sticking with them after a tough season last year.
Well, Kevin, it's been a couple of rough years in Detroit, and never easy to have your team go through something like that. You know, where you're getting national media attention for not winning games, it's never a good thing. But these fans are loyal, they're hungry, and the future is going to be bright in Detroit, I promise you that.
Suggs. Van Carroll against Stewart. Here's Suggs. It's hauled in by Stewart. Pistons leading by 3. Here's Ivy. Good, and the assist goes to Cunningham.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Orlando, they've gone 4 of 10 shooting the ball here in the first quarter. Caldwell Pope passes to Carter. 6-second difference between the shot and game clock. Back to Caldwell Pope. Pass to Suggs. 5 to shoot. It's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. Six seconds left to play in the first. Here's Cunningham, and Cunningham with the slam.
And right now, they're just focused on putting together good possessions.
That's exactly how they got the lead. They ended up having multiple possessions in a row with good quality shots, knocked them down.
And so it's the Detroit Pistons bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. And we've got more M2K Sports coming your way after this break. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Pistons.
Straight away, they've opened things up offensively with skillful passing, running smart plays, and just setting guys up for success.
Well, I want to add also the damage that has been done on the inside. It's a lot of rubble in there, but they're continuing to go right at the defense.
This is how the floor looks for the Magic starting the second. Wagner and Banchero are the forwards. In the backcourt form, it'll be Suggs and Caldwell Pope. And it's Carter in at the center. And Orlando has possession. Trailing by 10. Wagner with a screen for Banchero. Shot clock at 6. Out to Carter. From deep.
Great contest by Duran, a high-energy big.
And it's Carter missing. And Duran slams it in.
No stopping that. Duran at his size dominating that alley-oop.
The Magic trail by 12. And when it comes to Jalen Duran, Brent, is it fair to say some teams regretted not drafting him?
Well, maybe a handful, Kevin. I mean, there's a particular way that you want to play or use that position with how you get out there offensively. Jalen is a proven big. This guy is physical and strong and can rebound and gives you a different presence on the inside.
Duran against Caldwell Pope. Puts up a deep 3. The rebound by Ivy. Pistons leading by 12. Cunningham for 3. Trains it from beyond the arc. Cunningham's got 10 points.
Cade eager but not rushed that time, just jumping at the chance for the quick shot.
Suggs kicks to Wagner. Banchero Banchero, a screen on Cunningham. Wagner from long range. Duren pulls it in. Duren's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Good on the three-point shot.
And great job from beyond the arc this quarter. They are now shooting the three at almost 60% for the game.
Suggs looking around. Banchero against Stewart. Banchero, that's good. He's got 6.
And with that one, it ends an 11-0 run by the Pistons.
Here's Cunningham. And Cunningham with the slam.
Oh, nasty dunk there by Cunningham. This is why he went first overall. Cade's got length, skill, and athleticism.
Suggs against Thompson. Detroit with the rebound. Duren's got rebound number 8 now on the night.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Cunningham against Caldwell Pope. Cunningham gets the bucket. Brent, one thing we've seen these days, three-point variance. Can you explain it?
Well, Kevin, who's hot and who's not? That's basically what it comes down to. Look, coaches are going to have strategies against teams. A lot of teams are taking a lot more threes, but on a night where they are knocking down shots that you're willing to live with. Oh, man.
Get up, Jalen Suggs. This guy also a terrific football player in high school.
Orlando shooting their first free throw of the evening. And Greg, the way Orlando ended last season, that's really fueled their fire for this year.
Yeah, I mean, a tough loss to Cleveland in Game 7 of the opening round. But it's hard to win in this league without first incurring some battle scars.
Here's Thompson. There's the drive. Oh, he misses the dunk. The Magic trail by 17. And it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
Duren sets the screen for Cunningham. 1:07 left in the first half. Five on the clock. Back to Duren. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Now at the break on the floor, you can see the teams that led the NBA in steals last year. 5th on the list, the Magic.
You could tell by watching them how much they enjoy playing defense. They seem to have an endless reserve of energy flying around and pressuring the basketball.
Suggs passes to Caldwell-Pope. The shot. He's just scored his first basket with that shot, making him 1 for 4.
Nice shot by KCP. Offensively, his role is to hit jump shots.
Offensive rebound. The kick out to Cunningham. A floater. He takes it up and lays it in. Cunningham's got 19 points.
He knew what he wanted to do all along. The teardrop.
Suggs passes to Caldwell-Pope. Rebound, Detroit. Here's Cunningham. Got it up. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And so it's Cade Cunningham making things happen for the Pistons. He ends up dropping in 2 from distance, making a difference from long range in this one. We'll get right back to the action when we return.
Look at Detroit. Like most teams right now, they're optimistic. We'll see how they handle the first couple of games.
Yeah, everyone. And switching gears now to that first half. Big hill to climb for the Orlando Magic.
They have to be better.
And that concludes.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. You look at Cade Cunningham in this game, he's been everywhere.
Well, through the first two, he has been nothing short of a marksman from deep.
Yeah, you would hope the defense at least would start to consider creeping up on him just a little bit.
We've got Malik Beasley. Reed out there with Harris. Then there's Hardaway. And it's Waters in at the point guard. That's the group for Detroit right now.
And a moment here to see the numbers for Tobias Harris. A very nice season for him last year. Last season put up about 17 points per, 6 rebounds, and 3 assists. And he's done his share of the work for the team, definitely making an impact.
Well, the numbers, if you look at them, impressive all the way around, and he's not letting the team down.
He's just one of those veterans you can count on from the line. Harris really makes an impact from the stripe.
And Wagner has it in the corner. Pass to Black. Here's De Silva. Beasley with the steal. Out to the right wing. Here's Waters. It's tipped. An even 3-on-3 break. Wagner finds Anthony. Now here's Isaac. From deep. And Anthony with the basket on the assist by Isaac. Anthony's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Last season, the Magic retired the first jersey number in their franchise's history, that of our esteemed colleague and Hall of Famer, Shaquille O'Neal. Orlando's #1 pick back in 1992, Shaq went on to lead them to their first NBA Finals appearance in 1995. The honor is well-deserved, Kevin.
Yep, he's our teammate, isn't he, David? We love him as a guy, and we love him as a player. Pass to Black, fires the 3, and again, it's the Magic from deep.
And that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
Out to Harris. Just a little over 90 seconds gone in the third quarter. Here's Waters, covered by Anthony. 4 on the clock. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's on Cole Anthony.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
Detroit shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game. Brent, something the Detroit Pistons unit does so well is push the pace in their game.
Yeah, you love to lean into young players and that vibrant athleticism, but you also have to understand that playing fast comes with quick decision making, and sometimes those don't always go hand in hand. The experience that these guys will have in their growth together and how soon it is that they realize they can help each other, that's going to push them places faster and further than they even realize.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Rebounded by Anthony. And Anthony's got the ball here for the Orlando Magic. It's a 16-point game. Wagner, a screen on Hardaway. Here's De Silva. He has yet to score. Kicks it out to Wagner. Over Hardaway. And no good. His first shot of the night. Missing.
Now that's just enough defensive pressure on him to throw off that shot. I bet he gets a good look at it next time and hits it.
Pass to Reed. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
It's Beasley on the wing. Here's Waters.
All right, a chance to see some stats for Anthony. Some last season stats for him. Averaged about 11 points a game, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists. And he's also a bit of a stopper defensively. They put him in, and their defense really tightens up.
This is his specialty. He sits on the bench, he gauges what's happening offensively, and he comes in and sticks the opponent's top scorer to freeze him out.
Hardaway for 3. The three-pointer is right on target.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line, and And I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
Okay, nice job here in the second half. Field goal percentage is way up from what it was at halftime when it was just barely above 30%.
Pass to Harris. Takes the three. It's hauled in by the Magic.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Three-pointer. De Silva. No good. Pistons leading by 14. Outside Hardaway. For three. Beasley. Rebounded by Isaac. Orlando's gone 3 of 5 with the long ball since entering the second half. Here's De Silva. Still without a basket.
And they've won the rebound battle so far, and it's translated to the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's not just about stopping the offense in the scouting report. It's about knowing where to be when those shots are going to be missed. And they're doing a nice job on the rebounding.
Here's Anthony. The shot, no good. Some solid defense from Harris. For three, Beasley. And that's out of bounds. Detroit will retain possession.
Substitution on the floor.
And so is Detroit, sitting with a comfortable lead, up by 14. And it's been their rugged defense. And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. The Magic trail by 14. Fourth quarter on the floor for the Magic. Underneath, in the post, it's Banchero and Carter Jr. Sliding in at the wing, we'll see Caldwell Pope and Wagner. And it's Suggs in at the point. And it's Isaiah Stewart with the foul. That's his first foul. The Magic shooting just 35%. They've got to get better looks. Wagner, and the layup's good off the glass.
Oh, good job executing inside. Wagner in total control down there.
Here's Cunningham into the lane. It's tipped, and it's out of bounds. They say last touch by Suggs. Cunningham looking it over. Rebound by the Magic.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Well, I thought they played smart, and then all of a sudden it was maybe a little too flashy there, and that's unfortunate.
Tries to keep it alive. 1 minute now into this fourth quarter. Pass to Stewart. Back to Cunningham. Inside, 6 to shoot, and Duran slams it in.
Kincaid with a great job just surveying the defense that time, finds the open man.
Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it. How's that for an answer? Right back with the dunk.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Yeah, well, I settle for the layup when you can attack the rim and rise up like that. Oh, man, this would be a different ball game if they didn't have this type of scoring to rely on.
Thompson against Suggs. Banchero, right side. Suggs against Thompson. Yep, it goes. And the Piston lead is cut down now to just 12 on the basket from Suggs.
Bigger than your average guard, Suggs can score all around the floor, including down low.
We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Rebound, Detroit. Duran's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. And Thompson slams it home.
And his athleticism is really off the charts. Love seeing Thompson punch it home like that. And
here is Suggs. Shoots. Nails the baby hook.
And that tells the tale here today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and finish.
And Thompson throws it down.
And when he lets the athleticism take over, Thompson can do almost anything.
Here's Suggs. Off target from three-point range. Pistons leading by 14. And Thompson slams it home.
My goodness, that was absolutely filthy.
Oh, nasty. This building is stunned. He dug deep, Greg, into his bag of tricks there. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Suggs passes to Caldwell Pope. Carroll, a screen on Ivy. Caldwell Pope finds Carter. No good from outside. For Detroit, they've gone 5 for 9 from the field in the final quarter so far.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Pistons.
Look at their number of assists.
You know, they didn't get stuck in those one-on-one situations, and they got the ball to the guys with the best matchups. Easy drives, open jumpers, and great ball movement.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And with this win, they bring the season series to an end, guys, with a split, 2 games apiece.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Cade Cunningham.
Just knows how to fill it up, and that's exactly what he did tonight. Nobody that they assigned to him could really get a handle on him.
Here's Suggs. That one's off, still out of sync.
We're not going to see that very often. The defense in the vicinity, but still, he's not one to blow layups.
Ivy with the bucket.
This arena was rocking throughout the night. You could really feel the energy.
A huge motivation, always great for a young team, but veteran players also appreciate when fans come with that kind of energy and get into the spirit of the game.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
Well, he's missing, and it's starting to affect a little bit in his body language, and you just don't want to see that.
Now Cunningham. Fires from way out. Oh, he got it!
Are you kidding me, Kevin, from there?
How in the world did that go in?
Did he even see the basket?
I love that.
Oh, man.
And so Detroit takes this one by a big margin. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort.
Greatest words in all of sports, opening day.
Absolutely, Brian. Everybody's undefeated, everybody's optimistic, and everybody is eager to get going, whether you're playing or the guy on the sidelines drawing up plays.
Now let's take a look at the Bucks opening lineup. Inside we have Giannis and Lopez. Damian Lillard out there with Jackson, and it's Prince in at the 3. Now here's Cunningham. Staying the top pick of the 2021 draft, Cade Cunningham. He's made major strides the last couple of years, but what have you seen from him?
Well, he's a big guard who can both score and create shots for his teammates. I think this guy is a winner.
Cade Cunningham has faced his share of challenges in his career, Coach.
Yeah, Brian, injuries, the discouraging losses, but he's remained steadfast through it all. He's a committed and mentally tough player.
Believes in his game and now wants a team around him that can fulfill that need. Good on the bucket.
Well, nice use of the floater. Ivy able to arc it up and over.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, I had a chance to talk with the head coach of the Pistons. A main focus on their defense? Damian Lillard, the dynamic point guard. Coach telling me what sticks out to me about Lillard is his heart. He plays way bigger than his size. He raises the level of everyone around him. A true leader. Lillard, one of the most respected players in the league, Brian.
All right, appreciate it, Allie. Now here's Cunningham. Goes back up. Giannis Antetokounmpo grabs the board.
Uh-oh. Did he change his mind on the way up? I think he did.
The shot misses. Nice D from Thompson. For Detroit, they've gone 1 for 3 so far. And the dunk by Duren.
Physical play by Duren at the rim, which doesn't allow much room for interference.
Lillard deciding where to go with it. To the middle. Antetokounmpo, the pass to Lopez. Good! And Antetokounmpo gets the assist.
And using that size to his advantage. Man, I like it when Lopez establishes himself inside and looks to capitalize.
Duren finds Cunningham. From outside the arc, gets the 3 ball to go. Cunningham's got 5 points.
Don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Screen by Antetokounmpo. Here's Lillard. And the dunk by Lillard.
The defense gets cut to shreds by Lillard on the drive. He's just so quick and agile.
Here's Ivy. 2 shots, 2 makes. Off to a good start.
What a burst out of that first step. Straight to the hole.
The Bucks have gone 4 of 5 so far. Looking sharp. And Grant, the combination of Giannis and Lillard, one of the most fearsome pick-and-roll tandems the league has ever seen.
You're spot on, B.A. You surround them with shooting, and you have the makings of an offensive juggernaut.
Now here's Cunningham. 23 points his last outing. Giannis with the rebound.
He's been off this whole period, unable to sustain any kind of consistency.
Jackson against Cunningham. Jackson outside. Lays it up and banks it in.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
Stewart outside. Pass to Ivy. Stewart, a screen on Lillard. Here's Thompson. Back to Ivy. Just 5 to shoot. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
You know, he's run that set a lot, even in his college days. Ivy's aware of every option he has in the pick and roll.
Kicks it out to Jackson. Back to Lillard. Pass to Prince. Antetokounmpo, a screen on Ivy. Ivy against Prince. Antetokounmpo inside. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Man, he's bringing the energy, the efficiency. I love what he's doing offensively.
And here's Duren. Thompson right side. When the whistle blows, it's going to be on Asar Thompson. That's his first foul of the game.
And just a great job of getting there first and absorbing the contact.
The Bucks have got 6 of 8 shots to go. Antetokounmpo. And Antetokounmpo with the stuff.
And good luck stopping that. Giannis just makes it look so easy.
And it's Ivy penetrating. Good on the shot. Ivy's got 6 points.
Well, when you move the ball, you open up the defense. Great job to make the unselfish play.
Here's Lillard. Shoots over Thompson. Again, the Bucks. Good for 2.
Inside, Lillard can deliver. He's a skilled finisher.
Stewart, a screen on Jackson. Pass to Stewart. Here's Cunningham. No good on the buzzer beater. And so, lots of scoring in a competitive first quarter. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Bucks?
Well, I like how they're going right at the defense, creating high-quality looks with that penetration.
You have to like the fact that they're not settling at all. I mean, they've really made a point to get the ball down inside and challenge that interior defense.
So on the floor for Milwaukee, inside we have Giannis and Lopez. Jackson out there with Damian Lillard. And it's Prince in at the 3. Now here's Lillard. It's Prince on the wing. Ivy defends. And he drops it in from the low post.
Well, credit the screen there, springing him loose for the finish.
The whistle blows. It's going to be on Asar Thompson. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
Picks up his 3rd foul. We'll see now what coach decides to do from here.
Lillard against Thompson. Lillard into the lane. Pass to Lopez. Cunningham against Jackson. Antetokounmpo, a screen on Cunningham. Shot clock at 6. Here's Jackson. Off with the layup. Pistons trail by 4. And one thing we know we'll see, Jalen Duren giving his all on the glass, Dan.
Yeah, Brian, look, he's one of the best per-minute rebounders in this league, and it's what the team needs for him. But he's also become a very good finisher around the basket.
They get it again. Stewart finds Cunningham. From the arc. Cunningham, confident in his range.
Well, as a defense, you have to expect Cunningham to take those. He's not shy at the arc.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Brian, with the Bucks switching coaches midway through last season, Doc Rivers, experienced with star-laden rosters, he said, quote, "I resist thinking that you can't coach players. I have no problem holding them accountable. If you don't do it, you're not going to win." Brian, the pressure's on to get it done.
The burden of expectations. It's title or bust. Thanks, Allie. Yes, and a nice assist from Thompson. Cunningham's got 11.
This defense is getting spaced out. 3 of the last 5 buckets have come from way beyond the arc.
Back to Lillard. Pass to Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
And I love the balance for Lillard between scoring and passing. That time, finding his teammate for the great look.
On the wing, Ivy. Sinks another one. He's on a roll, starting 4 for 4.
Way to rise to the occasion and snatch back the momentum.
Yeah, plenty of lead changes in this game. It's gone back and forth.
Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. Well, Grant, there are few players in the league who can attack a defense from the logo, but Lillard is one of them.
Yeah, and he makes it look so easy. You have to pick him up at the half-court line, and it's been that way for about a decade. 2-part equation. You have to be aggressive enough to get to the line, then talented enough to sink them.
Stewart, the pass to Ivy. Takes the 3. It's Milwaukee with a rebound. Antetokounmpo's got his 4th rebound in this one. Oh, and a fast break for the Bucks. Here's Prince, and he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
Ooh, just great work cashing in on the fast break.
Well, converting on those transition opportunities is just so important.
Now here's Cunningham. 11 points in the game. And, Coach, how about the Thompson twins making their impact felt in the 2023 draft?
Yeah, Brian, we've seen twins in the NBA before, albeit not very often. But these two made history that draft day, becoming the first pair of twins to be selected in the top 5 of the same draft.
The Pistons have gone 3 of 5 since the beginning of the second. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Jackson. Ivy against Lillard. Puts it up from 12. Thompson finds Ivy. Clock at 6. Thompson passes to Ivy. The basket's good. Off the assist from Thompson. Thompson's got his 3rd assist of the night. Thompson against Lillard. There's 53 seconds left to play in the first half of basketball. Duran with a steal. And we've got a whistle. He was fouling with a purpose. And in that spot, in that situation, it's got to be a transition take foul. This is his 2nd trip to the free throw line in this one.
Well, it's his heart and leadership that set Cunningham apart. He's never given you less than 100%, and he's always playing to win.
Now here's Stewart. Still without a bucket. Ivy passes to Cunningham. Stewart, a screen on Jackson. The floater. They get it back. Out to Thompson. Ivy against Lillard. Ivy up top. He's got 11. And that one is stuffed right through.
And with the talent and the competitiveness that Ivy has, we're going to see a lot of nights like this in his NBA career. It's just a matter of how many.
Here's Lillard down low. Antetokounmpo. And the jam by Antetokounmpo.
Well, he saw the height advantage he had and went right up with it. That's exactly what you want him to do there.
And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going here. Thanks very much, Allie. And, folks, we'll be right back to start the second half of this game.
And a look here now at the Bucks. You really get to see what they're made of after your hard work in the offseason.
Yeah, you have.
And we look now at the Milwaukee Bucks. We got a battle out there after 1 half of play.
My bed is the best you can buy.
And that's a wrap on.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one, as both teams trying to gain an edge. You got to like what Jaden Ivey has done in this game.
What makes him an exciting player is the ultra-aggressive mindset that we saw over and over in the first half.
Yeah, he hasn't been settling. He's getting to the rim, and that's him at his best.
They've got Malik Beasley, Tobias Harris out there with Paul Reed. Then it's Tim Hardaway, and it's Waters in at the 1. That's J.B. Bickerstaff's 5 as we get going in the second half. Now Trent. And, Coach, it seems there's a move to cut out some of the cheap fouls in the game. This notion of, if you wouldn't call it on the playground, why do you call it in a game? You'd like to see where it's going?
Yeah, look, there's some times where I think we'd get a better game if the players do what they did in pickup games, Brian, and just called their own fouls. A lot of these cheap fouls would cease to exist. I think there's just got to be a better recognition from referees on what really impacts a play and what doesn't.
Connaughton passes to Sims. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
Yeah, their defense is starting to wear down. That's 3 straight buckets at the rim.
Hardaway with it, and Connaughton picks him up defensively. Beasley for 3. It's hauled in by Connaughton, and so Porter will bring it up for Milwaukee. They haven't given up any points here in the second half.
Entering the league, Porter Jr. was a scoring guard type, but he's morphed into more of a ball handler. Very impressive.
The Pistons have had quite a few high lottery picks of late, Stan. However, they haven't had much success yet.
Well, Brian, you know, sometimes it takes a lot of time. Some teams will come together quicker. Some players and some teams need more time to develop. Detroit's just got to keep adding to what they have and continuing to develop the players that are already in their system.
And a great fan base in Detroit, starving for victories. They set a pick. Porter, the pass to Trent. Portis down low. And then Portis with the dunk.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
And guys, you cannot allow that in a close game. You have to make it harder than that.
Harris's shot is good.
And the coaches rave about Harris and his three-point shooting. Helps his team space the floor.
Connaughton, right side. Portis outside, inside. Oh, he goes up high for the two-handed slam.
I just love the aggressive finish.
I'm thinking he's sending a strong message with that jam. Beasley against Connaughton. Fires for 3. The rebound by Sims. The Bucks leading by 3. Pass to Porter. Got a piece of it. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. It's Beasley on the wing. Still no points. Drops in the 3.
He's a go-to guy for them because he's that consistent. Time and time again, he delivers.
Here's Trent driving to the basket. Sweet little floater. And the Bucks lead by 2.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. You know, that's why they continue to get attacked.
Right side, Hardaway. 55 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Well, Grant, from roster to coaching changes, the Bucks have been trying to become an even more elite team.
Yeah, teams are always tinkering now these days, BA. The Bucks know they are a high-level team, but they want to dominate the competition on another level.
Well, Coach, it's been discussed a lot, but the Detroit Pistons set a record in 2023 that no one wants to match.
Well, that's for sure, B.A. No franchise wants to suffer through a 28-game losing streak. They thought that team had potential, but they just never found their footing early on, and then things just snowballed on.
And the basket by Trent.
They have no answer defensively inside.
Pass to Waiters. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Out to Beasley. Here's Waters. He's guarded by Porter. And the basket is good. He got it to go, and he took the bump. So a free throw coming up. An opportunity at a three-point play. And the Pistons will go for a different look here. Jalen Duren, he's checked in for Reed. Stewart comes in for Harris. Thompson, he's checked in for Beasley. And Jaden Ivey subbed in for Hardaway. That one drops for him.
Just a selfless play by Giannis. He knows all eyes are on him, so he dishes to a ready shooter.
Ivey passes to Duren. Ivey with the ball. With 1 on the clock. Oh, and the buzzer beater is good!
Makes his selection just in time. Well done.
Well, it's good to have a player on the floor with that kind.
Some impressive scoring and still a quarter to go. Who will gain the upper hand in the fourth? And we're just moments away from the start of quarter number 4. Stay with us. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist to the game.
And from the 2-guard spot, an unselfish play like this sets a fantastic tone.
Yeah, well, he looked like a pass-first point guard on this assist. Incredible instinct to feel the play develop and set up the score.
3 tense quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we get ready for the fourth. On the floor for Milwaukee, starting the fourth quarter. Oh! Giannis powers it down with force.
Beyond belief. I mean, such a creative talent. And I'm not surprised to see Giannis get flashy on the finish.
Kicks it out to Cunningham. From down in the low post, it goes. And the Pistons lead by 2.
Zero rim protection. Unforgivable in a tight ball game like this.
Yeah, there's no excuse for giving that up. That's the absolute last thing you want to happen.
Lopez, soft touch off the glass.
I mean, a big guy like Lopez won't stop for contact. He stays strong and powers through.
Cunningham outside. To the middle.
Yeah, you never want to let shots at the rim go uncontested.
All right, Grant, I have to ask you, has there ever been a more intimidating team than the old bad boy Pistons?
Well, they weren't fancy, but they played hard and they played physical basketball. Every team that faced those Detroit teams knew they were in for a battle. And when you talk about Ivy, his explosiveness really stands out, especially when he's running the floor.
Pass to Stewart. Now Thompson. And there's the screen. And there's the drive. Softly drops in the floater. All right, a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Pistons.
Well, they've shown just outstanding effort defensively, and it's resulted in several forced turnovers.
Well, another area they've been productive is off of turnovers, scoring many times after forcing the ball out of their opponent's hands. They have a never-give-up attitude.
Yeah, and as a coach, you love having a team like this. They've got zero quitting.
Okay, Cunningham, strong.
Well, with the size that Cunningham has, he is a real handful inside.
The Bucks trail by 4. Pass to Prince. Fourth quarter play. We're about 2.5 minutes through it now. Antetokounmpo, a screen on Ivy. Just 5 on the clock. Prince, the pass to Antetokounmpo. Prince against Ivy. Antetokounmpo, a screen on Ivy. Another shot. Prince can't hit.
Well, he's more than comfortable in the mid-range, but you can't make them all.
There's Cunningham with a 3. Controls the rebound and the putback. And now it's a 6-point Detroit lead.
Second effort usually pays off. That's a hustle play by Stewart.
Lillard outside. Antetokounmpo, a screen on Thompson. Lillard passes to Antetokounmpo. Oh, Giannis using his size inside.
And he is just showing off right now. I mean, he's giving you leadership. Giannis just takes pride in stepping up and hitting those big shots.
Ivy outside. Back to Cunningham. Oh, it's blocked by Lopez.
Just an effective shot blocker. Lopez using all of that 7 feet, and he does a great job of picking his spots.
And so Antetokounmpo will bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. Trailing by 4. And for some reason, he decided to foul there.
Yeah, B.A., that's an odd move. Maybe there's something else behind it.
Antetokounmpo, a screen on Thompson. Here's Lillard. Oh, a terrific swat.
Yeah, anytime you put the ball up near Duran, there's a chance it ends up back in your face.
Lillard against Thompson. Shot clock at 6. The shot by Lillard, no good.
Aggressive mindset, but the defender just as determined to send him away empty-handed.
Cunningham passes to Thompson. And again, the Pistons missing.
Well, the defense catches a break there. You expect him to make those. Good on the first, and
narrows the lead down to just 3. It's both from the stripe.
Yeah, they desperately needed those free throws, and he delivered. It's down to a one-possession game.
Expect them to take their time this trip down.
Yeah, B.A., the clock is theirs to burn. Whoa, that is as clutch as it gets. Big-time play.
Yeah, don't you just love to see a player embrace that kind of pressure?
You expect this from an MVP like Giannis. He never gives up on the game. Woo! Gotta love it.
And finished off by Stewart.
Gotta love how they've just maintained their intensity, even when they're this far up.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, just protect the ball, make smart decisions, don't give them a chance to get back in the game. Well, a risky pass there, and if you ask me, they're lucky that the defense didn't steal that one.
And here's Ivy from the arc. Nails it. And now it's a 7-point Detroit lead. So we see the Pistons get the win here. This one was in the balance right until the final seconds.
What a great day it is. Greg, what are these players feeling as they tip off this new season?
It is always exciting to start a new season. Players are just filled with hope and optimism, especially after putting in all that offseason work.
Here are the starters for Milwaukee. The post pair, the longtime duo of Antetokounmpo and Lopez. Jackson is out there with Damian Lillard. And it's Prince in at the 3 slot. And Antetokounmpo gets it to go. So it's Orlando now. Wagner outside. Banchero outside. From downtown. Tries to save it. And so the ball's out of bounds. Wagner touched it last. Let's send it over to David Aldridge, who caught up with head coach Jamal Mosley. David.
And as you would expect, their focus on defense is Damian Lillard. He said Lillard's smart. He's seen every defensive look there is, so we can't get fancy. Our main thing is to be ready with help defenders inside. We can't allow him penetration. They're hoping to limit the damage he can do at the rim. Back to you guys.
All right, thank you, David.
Known for his scoring, there, Lillard with a fantastic pass in that screening role.
You know, you were talking about Giannis. He can put up 30 a game without taking many shots from the perimeter. That's a tall order these days, especially because he gets doubled every single time. Now, here's Caldwell Pope. Wagner as screen on Lillard. Caldwell Pope kicks to Banchero. Out to Carter. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The baseline jumper goes down.
You know, the thing about Carter, even though he loves to play with his back to the bucket, he can also face you up and knock down the jump shot.
Suggs against Lillard. To the inside, Lopez. And the dunk by Lopez.
The big fella with the big finish, Lopez, rocking that rim.
For the Milwaukee Bucks, they come in off the loss to the Pacers in Indy. Banchero looking around. Pass to Suggs. Jacks up a 3. Banchero. And Banchero on the follow.
And great attention to detail from Banchero on the play, making sure he's there to get the ball and send it back.
Now here's Lillard. And it's off from three-point range. Here's Suggs.
And the future Suggs has is certainly promising, an effective combo guard who can really get it going at times.
This is his first free throw of the game. And the first one at the line is good. And Greg, 2 seasons ago, the Bucks ranked first in defensive rating. Last season, they dropped down to number 19.
Yeah, shifting defensive schemes, coaching changes, also swapping Drew Holiday for Damian Lillard. But they can and should be better than 19.
Now here's Lopez. Kicks it out to Lillard. Lopez sets a screen for Lillard. Back to Lopez. For the 3. And that's good. Damian Lillard for 3.
Tell you what, doesn't matter whether he's on the move or standing still, Leonard is a flat-out laser shooter.
Wagner against Prince. Now, here's Wagner. Guarded closely. To the wing on the left. Shoots from the elbow. Carter kicks to Wagner. Suggs with a screen for Wagner. Second shot opportunity, and the layup is good.
Good job executing inside. Wagner in total control down there.
Suggs against Lillard. 1:03 left in the first quarter of the game. Prince outside. Lopez a screen on Caldwell Pope. And here's Prince outside. And it's Orlando with the rebound. They traveled to Milwaukee last time they faced the Bucks, and they came away with the win.
Yeah, it was a narrow win. But at that last meeting, I think foul trouble for the other side may have really just tipped the scale and allowed them to escape with the W.
You know, whether it was their smart play or a few whistles that perhaps could have gone either way, when games are tight, every decision becomes more magnified.
Banked in off the glass. Banchero's got 7 points in the game. 26 seconds left in the first quarter. Lillard against Suggs. Kicks it out to Prince. To end the run. Out left of the wing. Lopez passes to Prince. And the dunk by Prince.
Prince can really elevate now. He plays much bigger than 6'7", and we just saw an example of that there.
To the paint. Lopez with the steal. Well, a careless foul, and he'll go to the line for 3 free throws.
Yeah, good job trying to get a hand in the face, but you've got to be more careful.
Especially on the three-point attempt. I mean, you have to defend that shot without fouling. Now you give a guy 3 free throws.
And he's good on the second. And he nails the third. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Bucks lead. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Bucks?
To me, it's been the ball movement. That's been the key. I mean, going from good to great. Not settling for a good shot, making that extra pass, keeping the defense off balance, and taking great shots.
Also, they're getting into the teeth of the defense. Points in the paint, something coaches always love to see.
On the court for Milwaukee here in the second. The post pair, the longtime duo of Antetokounmpo and Lopez. Damian Lillard out there with Jackson, and it's Prince in at the small forward position. Now here's Jackson. Lillard scanning the floor. 6 on the shot clock. It's hauled in by the Magic. And like a number of centers in today's NBA, Wendell Carter Jr. continues, Clark, to hone his three-point shooting.
Boy, I tell you what, Kevin, it's almost mandatory necessary for big guys nowadays to be able to knock down not only the mid-range jumper, but the three-point shot. Give credit to Carter Jr. for seeing this growing trend and then working to put it into his toolkit.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
Yeah, and the lead has changed hands, and it just hasn't stayed in those hands very long when it's changed. Back and forth we go.
Now, here's Suggs. Wagner finds Banchero, and there's the foul. And it's on Taurean Prince. That is his first foul of the game. Now Suggs kicks it out to Wagner. Shot clock at 5. Carter sets the pick for Wagner. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Milwaukee in the lead. Jackson down low. He's defended by Wagner. Giannis passes to Jackson. Giannis a screen on Wagner. The drive by Jackson. That shot is off. Great defense that time from Banchero. Caldwell Pope on the wing. Covered by Lillard. The three. And Contavious Caldwell Pope with a three. And the Magic lead by 1.
I think Caldwell Pope has done a nice job developing into a legit deep ball threat.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Hey, Kevin, last season the Magic extended Coach Jamal Mosley's contract through 2028. He said, it's not about me. I just want each one of these guys to reach their full potential. This game has been good to all of us. I want to be part of maximizing how great they can be on and off the court. Kevin?
All right, David, thank you. Now, Giannis. After Paolo Banchero misses from long range. The Bucks need to get a shot off here. Over Caldwell Pope. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. That's now 8 points for Damian Lillard. Banchero inside. Antetokounmpo's there.
When Banchero gets in tight, that's how he likes to finish. No layups for this big guy. He's all about the finish.
Now here's Lillard. He's got 8. It's stolen by Banchero. Pass to Caldwell Pope. Drives to the hoop. And that one, good. And now a 3-point Magic lead.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Pretty clear. It's smash mouth basketball. Pound that thing inside.
To the middle. Here's Carter. And then Carter with the jam.
With the 9-foot standing reach, Carter has no trouble putting that away.
Suggs against Lillard. 1:04 left in the first half of the game. Lopez sets a screen for Lillard. And he banks in the layup. Lillard's got 10.
And not a great start for him in the first, but he's quickly starting to turn it around.
Here's Caldwell Pope. The shot is good. And so is his shooting tonight. 3 for 4.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Now here's Antetokounmpo. From deep, Prince. No good. That's miss number 2. He's 1 for 3.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Yeah, still close, but with their tough play on the boards, we're certainly seeing the effort.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Wagner kicks to Caldwell Pope. 20 feet out. And Orlando again with the bucket. 5 seconds left in the first half. Here's Giannis. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And so that's the end of the first half. Magic out in front, up by 7. Got a chance now to send it over to... All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
Taking a look here now at the Magic. Like most teams right now, they're optimistic. We'll see how they handle the first couple of games.
Yeah, everyone. All right, looking back now at that first half, a bit of a hill to climb for the Bucks.
They're within striking distance.
That'll do it for our show tonight.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books, 1 half to go. You know, Paolo Banchero, guys, has been exceptional.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of.
They've got Black. Oh, Wagner out there with Isaac. Then it's Anthony. And it's De Silva in at the 3 spot. This is out there for Orlando. Second chance shot. And the nice bucket inside from Anthony. Anthony's got his first 2 points. Every year, Greg, we get a new batch of rookies into the NBA, and sometimes we're all guilty of judging them too early.
Oh, absolutely. I think we need probably 3 years to evaluate a player. You know, fans and media can be a little harsh at times, but not everybody develops at the same rate. Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
Guys, that's been the key to their lead. I mean, simply put, the effort they've displayed on the glass has been the difference.
Just 5 to shoot. Second half rolling along now. About a minute played here. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there. And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Yep, they'll be trying to draw that next foul quickly so they can start getting those easy chances at the strike.
Orlando on D. They haven't given up any points here in the second half. They set the pick, and a wide open look for Porter. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Porter's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. And Anthony gets double teamed. Pass to Wagner. Isaac outside. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Well, you look at Isaac. He's got a nice ability now to finish inside. Very impressive.
Porter against Anthony. Porter's a screen on Anthony. Down low. And Kuzma slams it in.
And how about that? What a sensational finish.
Yeah, you got to be able to get some hang time to do that one.
Yeah, to glide in and reverse it home like that, so sweet.
And we know Kuzma's always been a terrific scorer, but Greg, he's developed as a passer over time.
And Kevin, early in his career, Kuzma wasn't called on to be a leader, but he's grown into that role, and he puts effort into orchestrating for his teammates.
Turning on the afterburners on the drive. Good to see Anthony using his athleticism in these situations.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
You know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative, and make something happen.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
Portis sets the pick for Trent. And it's sent back by Isaac.
You know, he's gifted with incredible length. Isaac is almost a footer, 7 feet that is, so he should pile up the block shots.
Here's De Silva, defended by Portis. Wagner a screen on Portis. Clock at 4, fires from deep. Milwaukee with the rebound. 1:52 left in the third. Trent outside. Portis sets the pick for Trent. Left side Portis. Isaac with the steal. Here's Black. Hasn't made one yet. Shoots the 3. It's rebounded by Portis.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
And that one is stuffed right through.
And way to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking.
Well, I tell you what, he loaded up as much power as he could behind that two-hander.
Just rubbing it in their faces with that one.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
And that's terribly demoralizing for a defense, guys. I mean, they know he's going to keep coming and coming and coming, and that they may not have an answer for it.
Portis sets the pick for Trent. And he says, right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then, Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league.
Here's Sims. Kuzma outside. Kuzma sets a screen. Trent passes to Porter. Trent outside, knocks it loose. And up the court come the Magic on the break. A huge slam, the perfect end of the fast break.
An agile play to get his hand in there and get the steal. Intelligent play to immediately start the break.
Trent outside. And so it's the Orlando Magic going into the break with a 10-point lead. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feet. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. So with Lillard on the bench, here's the five for Doc Rivers right now. Kevin Porter is out there with Gary Trent. Then there's Kyle Kuzma. Then there's Bobby Portis. And it's Sims into the 5 spot. So a new group on the floor for Orlando.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Caldwell Pope against Jackson. Wagner as screen on Jackson. Just 5 on the clock. Caldwell Pope with a wide open look. Rebounded by the Bucks.
Wide open, and still, surprisingly, he wasn't able to cash in.
Here's Prince. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. Prince has got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Bucks. Suggs against Jackson. Stolen by Jackson. And now Lillard pushing it up. No one back to stop him. And Lillard throws it down.
Not so unusual to see Lillard scoring in bunches like this, but he's on fire here.
Suggs looking around. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And the Magic lead by 8.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Giannis a screen on Suggs. Lillard outside. Pass to Giannis. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's on Paolo Banchero. Clark, the last piece of the puzzle for Giannis Antetokounmpo, winning that 2021 NBA title.
And you know, Kevin, think about this. When Giannis got that ring, he also had 2 MVPs. A Defensive Player of the Year award. Man, that's accomplishing a lot at just 26.
Prince against Wagner. Driving inside. And finished off by Wagner.
Wagner, a sneaky athlete, maybe better than some people give him credit for. Showing you explosion right there.
Outside for Jackson. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. Lillard's got his 3rd assist on the night. Here's Suggs. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo.
Beyond his wingspan, Giannis's timing is what makes him a special shot blocker.
Lillard dishes to Antetokounmpo. And the foul called on Antetokounmpo. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
Excellent example of toughness and physicality on defense. Got his nose right in the middle of things and made a play.
Suggs against Jackson. Suggs with the ball. From outside, off the mark. Antetokounmpo looking it over. Can't hit from in close. Magic leading by 6. .146 left to play in the final quarter. Prince against Wagner. Pocket 6. Over Prince.
Quick and smart, Prince finds all kinds of ways to disrupt shooters.
Lillard with it. Now guarded by Caldwell Pope. Inside. Low block shot on the way. And so Milwaukee again turning it over. There's 1:17 left here in the 4th quarter. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Magic.
The way they've been able to consistently get past the defense and to the cup has been most impressive. They've almost made it look pedestrian.
And also, they are working the opposition from the mid-range, continuing to fire away with confidence from there.
Antetokounmpo against Carter. The wide open look here for Lopez. It counts. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
Boy, those are the kinds of plays that Lopez is known for. Huge basket there.
Caldwell Pope against Lillard. Now here's Caldwell Pope. He's guarded closely. Going inside. Shot clock at 5. Wagner kicks to Suggs. And he banks in the layup. And the Magic lead by 7.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
I don't think you want to get loose and sloppy or ease up, but it is time for them to start using that clock a bit.
His team is in a tight spot, but Lillard keeps his cool, totally focused on getting them what they need.
Pass to Banchero. And they go to the intentional foul.
Second personal foul. Third team foul.
So the first one drops, and that increases their lead to 6.
And the biggest reason Banchero went first overall, Powell brings you playmaking ability at 6'10". He's got a very rare skill set for that size.
And, oh, here we go. Carter's got it in the fast break chance. And so it's Orlando winning this one. Probably a little closer than they would have liked it, but a win nonetheless.
Yeah, but I really got a sense that the fans
Just getting out of the starting blocks on the season.
Funny, BA, because teams whose results last year finished off in places they thought they could have pushed themselves a little further tend to come out with a little bit more focus. And the sooner you can get to being sharp in the early part of the season, the more wins that you pile up. And that kind of confidence can really, really carry you a long way.
A look at the starting group for the Pistons. Cunningham and Ivy work together as the backcourt. Jalen Duren out there with Isaiah Stewart. And it's Thompson in at the 3, the small forward.
And something Ivy continues to improve. He's becoming a real threat from downtown.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Asar Thompson. That's his first foul. Here's Suggs. Pass to Banchero. 5 to shoot. Back to Suggs. Blocked!
But Stewart hustling over. He saw that shot coming, and he was there for the taking.
Well, after a decade of uncertainty, Magic fans now have a lot to cheer about.
This is the most optimism they've had around the team since the Dwight Howard era. And it centers around their young star, Paolo Banchero. He is going to be a force for a very long time.
Now here's Cunningham. 23 points his last outing. No good on the shot. In transition, the Magic on the run. The 3 from Suggs. That one goes. Now he's 1 for 2.
And not wasting any time here. Suggs is quick on the draw off the catch.
Duren, the pass to Cunningham. This one for 3. Rebound by the Magic. Almost 2 minutes into the first here. Ivy against Caldwell Pope. Ivy with the defensive effort. The Pistons have gone 1 for 3 so far. Oh, there's a killer 2-hand slam.
Oh, rocketing off the floor. Ivy using all of his athletic ability on the jam.
Suggs surveys the D. Can't get it to fall.
Everything right except the finish. Have to keep focused all the way through the play.
Cunningham against Caldwell Pope. Stewart, the pass to Cunningham. A deep 3. And Stewart with a basket on the assist by Cunningham.
And Stewart just preparing himself ahead of the catch to be in rhythm for that jumper.
Suggs outside. Just over 2.5 minutes played here in the first. On the wing, Caldwell Pope. Over Ivy. And Caldwell Pope gets it to go.
I like when Caldwell Pope gets on a roll with his offense. He knows when to take the shot.
Cunningham outside. Up top, Thompson. Kicks it out to Cunningham. 3-pointer, Stewart. It's rebounded by Banchero. Magic trail by 3. I'll say this, Banchero is a guy that opponents can't forget about for a second. And you see it in all the defensive attention he gets. Teams show him all kinds of different looks, and he draws a bunch of double teams in isolation. Off target with the 3. Detroit has gone 2 for 4 from range to start things off. Cunningham looking it over. And Wagner comes to help. On the wing, Ivy, defended by Wagner. 3-pointer. Stewart, that one's good. Stewart's got 6 points.
A good sign here as Stewart showing he has the range to step back and do that.
And Carroll with a screen on Thompson. And he goes in for the dunk.
Wow! Always fun to see point guards who can elevate above the rim like that.
Oh, a strong mindset and even stronger finish.
Well, just seeking out weaknesses in the defense and then exploiting it.
The big story thus far, how well they've shot the rock.
Ivy passes to Duran. Kicks it out to Cunningham. Duran with a screen on Caldwell Pope. There's Cunningham with a three. The rebound by Carter. Magic trail by 7. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Puts up a three. Cade Cunningham. That one's good.
The defense is nowhere to be found guarding the three-point shot.
Thompson against Suggs. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Opportunity for a three-point play here.
Yeah, this period, they're letting him go to work, and it's paying off.
Orlando shooting their first free throw of the evening.
And what I like about Suggs is that he does many things well, and that's because he plays with so much confidence.
Stewart outside, pass to Duran. And stolen by Banchero. And that does it for the first quarter. The Pistons on top, leading by 7. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. All right, guys, what do you think so far on the offensive approach for the Pistons?
Well, in today's NBA, the three-point shot is so valuable. They realize this, and that's why they're continuing to drain as many as they can.
So much good energy and flow tonight, and that has really come out of great ball movement. Guys have been open, and as soon as they are, they get the ball.
On the wings, it's Caldwell Pope and Wagner. Banchero and Carter Jr. make up the front court. And it's Suggs in at the 1. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Magic. Ivy's shot is off. Magic trail by 5. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Well, Paolo Banchero grew up in Seattle playing pros every summer, and that gave him a huge leg up in the NBA. He said, quote, "They'd always tell me it's not as hard as you think. You just have to be focused and locked in." That's what led to me having that demeanor. Brian?
The 2023 Rookie of the Year, Allie. He hit the ground running. And they get it back. Thompson passes to Ivy. And again, no good by Detroit.
Well, after getting off to a great start, hitting those first 2 shots, he's definitely regressed a little bit in this quarter.
And Carroll with a screen on Cunningham. Caldwell Pope's shot is off. The Pistons lead by 3. Well, if the Pistons are going to turn things around, Brent, it needs to start on the defensive end.
Yeah, that's part of it, B.A. It's not surprising that they've been in the bottom 5 defensively over the past couple years. And that's what happens when you pile up a bunch of young players who want to prove themselves. And by proving themselves, it usually starts on the offensive end. We'll see if these guys being together start to take some pride in stopping their opponents.
Well, Brent, league-wide, more and more points being scored. You see that tapering off at any point?
BA, with all the rule changes and what we're seeing in terms of the skill set of players growing, I mean, the scoring is just going to keep going. How far can we go? I don't know. I feel like we're topping off a little bit. The only way we're going to score more points in the game is add more time to the clock. Yeah, Thompson's got a very strong frame, so he's just shrugging off the deep.
Ivy against Caldwell Pope. And Carroll with a screen on Ivy. Caldwell Pope with a drive. And Carroll against Thompson. Suggs outside. 5 on the clock. It's blocked.
Yeah, anytime you put the ball up near Duran, there's a chance it ends up back in your face.
Orlando shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight. First free throw is good. And so Carter nails them both. Last season was tough for the Pistons, Brent, setting an NBA record by losing 28 games in a row.
BA, I'm a glass half full guy. I'm going to go on the bright side. Look at their core. It's led by Cade Cunningham. This guy is ultra talented. He's still in his early 20s. They have a lot of young talent on the roster. They're going to be better, and they play way better in the second half of the year. So how's that for some positivity?
The 3 from Suggs. Offensive rebound. Wagner. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Yeah, Wagner staying active and cashing in on the second chance. Just a heads-up play.
And it's Cunningham missing.
You gotta love how they've been crashing the boards, fighting hard for every miss.
Wagner for 3. The Pistons clear it. Ivy, right side. And now we have an intentional foul. I'm not sure why.
Yeah, bizarre play, B.A. Not sure what got into him. I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Now here's Cunningham. Down low. Ivy passes to Cunningham. Back to Ivy. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock. Ivy's got 10 points in the game.
D has been just completely helpless and turned around. He's so dangerous when he's in this kind of rhythm.
It's Suggs with a drive. And the powerful one-handed slam.
Man, Suggs can really move. And once he sees he has a clear path, he launches up for the dunk.
Caldwell Pope against Cunningham. Pass to Thompson. Thompson, a screen on Suggs. Now Cunningham, beyond the arc. Cunningham, confident in his range.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
Caldwell Pope against Ivy. Now here's Caldwell Pope. Defense is right there. Then Carroll passes to Suggs. Lets the three fly. Good. That's his 5th bucket in 9 attempts.
Oh, you gotta love the back and forth, showing real confidence at the arc.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance. And that's his 2nd in this quarter, guys. He's made 3 so far this game and is showing no signs of slowing down.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Asar Thompson. That's his 3rd foul so far. Here's Suggs. He's got 15. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And Carroll outside.
And this is what the coaching staff wants out of Stewart. Play defense and rebound. The scoring is a bonus.
And here's Ivy from the arc. Another 3 for Detroit. Outside, Caldwell Pope. Thompson with a steal. And we finished off 1 half of play. Detroit on top. They lead by 7. We've got more hoops coming your way in just a minute.
Look at Detroit. You really get to see what they're made of after your hard work in the offseason.
Yeah, you have big changes. And
weaving back to the first half of our game, Cade Cunningham showing out.
this is why you run the offense through them.
And that's it for half.
And we've got 3rd quarter basketball here. 2 quarters in the books. Jalen Suggs with a strong contribution so far in this one.
I like how they control the tempo and play to his strengths.
Yeah, this is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
And on the floor for J.B. Bickerstaff as we get into the second half. They've got Malik Beasley, Tobias Harris out there with Paul Reed. Then it's Tim Hardaway, and it's Waters in at the 1. Orlando shooting their 6th attempt at the charity stripe in the game. No good on the technical, so unable to pick that one up.
One shot.
Here's Black. Wagner on the wing. 6 to shoot. Here's the pick. 3-pointer, Anthony. No luck on that one. Detroit leading by 7. Reed passes to Beasley. Launches a 3. It's hauled in by Black.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Here's De Silva. To the inside. Here's Isaac. And the dunk by Isaac.
And that was a big man play by Isaac. Going in with intention and dunking it.
Now here's Hardaway. He's guarded closely. Picked by Reed. The three is up. Beasley misses. Magic trail by 5. Brent, almost your ideal shooting guard. Malik Beasley doesn't try to do too much.
The biggest thing, BA, is the turnover percentage that he's led the league in. Malik Beasley just simply doesn't give up the ball. He makes good, steady decisions, shoots the ball at a high clip. So that kind of reliability, that's what he's paid for.
Picked by Reed. Beasley, pass to Reed. Harris outside. The three-pointer off the mark.
You talk about things at halftime, and then you come out and you go 0 for 3. I'm sure that wasn't up on the board.
Pass to Black. Here's De Silva. Fires the three. Sends it home from three-point land. De Silva's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Outside Hardaway. Here's Waters. No points so far. Now here's Hardaway. Harris right side. Fires for 3. It's hauled in by Black.
You could see he wanted to get him back. Sadly, he couldn't capitalize from outside the arc.
Isaac's shot is off. Detroit has got nothing to fall here in the third. 0 for 4. For 3, Hardaway. And again, no good by Detroit. The Magic have gone 2 of 5 in this third quarter. Right around 3 minutes into this second half. Wagner, the pass to Black. Back to Wagner for the lead. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Pistons. And we've got a moment to look at the rebounding trend over the last few months for Wendell Carter.
And the last couple of months, the rebounding totals have taken a bit of a dive for him. Let's see if he can refocus and put more effort on the glass.
Here's Hardaway. Pass to Reed. Back to Hardaway. Picked by Reed to snap the cold streak. De Silva with the rebound.
And lockdown defense against one of the best three-point shooters in the league.
And that one drops for him.
They've really picked up the energy level and have willed themselves back into this game.
Well, they didn't really have a choice at the position that they were. They had to fight hard. They've gotten that. They've outworked the other team. Just fighting tonight.
Impressive one-hand slam right there, B.A.
Man, as long as he's confident about it, I'm good with it. Maybe use 2 hands next time. He knows where he is. Shot's good by Black.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
And the Pistons shooting 46%, a decent average so far. Here's Beasley. Pass to Waiters. It's stolen. Here's Anthony. And Anthony slams it in.
And that's gotta hurt. A turnover for a free run at the rim.
And now we know who has the momentum.
Execution with pace. That's a bad turnover that simply was telegraphed.
Hardaway's shot is good.
Yeah, mixing it up inside. And I like when Hardaway Jr. tries his luck close to the rim.
Isaac outside. Doesn't go for him. Good D by Harris. And the Pistons with possession here. Hardaway, the pass to Harris. Puts up a 3. That's good from Hardaway on the assist by Harris. Hardaway's got 5 points now in the quarter. Here's Black. Over Hardaway. And at the buzzer, counted.
Just textbook. Kept his...
It's still anybody's game as we reach the end of 3. The Pistons on top, up by 1. And fourth quarter basketball will be coming your way on 2K Sports right after this. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist to the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. zero chance to stop that.
And that's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
Man, I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. Banchero and Carter Jr. make up the front court. The backcourt is Suggs and Caldwell Pope, and it's Wagner in at the 3. That's who's out there for Orlando. Suggs outside. Shot clock at 5. Up top, Banchero. Shoots over Stewart. The rebound by Detroit. And here's Cunningham. 1 minute in now in the fourth quarter. Stewart, that one's good.
And for a younger guy, Cunningham's vision is impressive. He's always watching the floor.
Caldwell Pope against Ivy. Outside, Caldwell Pope. To the paint. Stolen by Ivy. Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock. And that's out of bounds. Last touch by Ivy.
Now that's two teammates who need to reintroduce themselves to one another, not on the same page.
And Suggs has got the ball here for the Magic. 4-point game. Outside, Caldwell Pope. Off target from three-point range. And it's Wendell Carter with the foul. That's his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
The Pistons shooting a nice 50% for the game. There's Cunningham with a 3.
Well, there's more he could have done in this game for sure, but it hasn't kept them from pulling ahead.
Wagner, the pass to Carter. Kicks it out to Wagner. Yes, it's good.
And Wagner is a very efficient scorer in the painted area.
For Detroit, they've gotten just one shot to fall out of 3 attempts in the fourth. Suggs against Stewart. Oh, he powers right through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. And in a game this close, they're going to challenge the call.
Second team foul. At the line for the Pistons.
With the coach's challenge in place, we've seen so many of these personal foul calls still disputed even after the video review.
There's no doubt there's going to be a gray area in a lot of these calls. But at least we have the option to take a second look, so the officials can be sure they get it right. So they see clear evidence of a bad call, and they're going to overturn it. Probably the right decision.
And give credit to the officials for recognizing the mistake and correcting it. Nobody likes to say they got it wrong, but they fixed it in a hurry.
The Pistons lead by 4. Down low. Here's Cunningham. Cunningham delivers in transition.
Love seeing Cade zip back in transition and doing everything he can to convert on the break.
Wagner against Cunningham. Wagner inside. Ooh, a good look from Carter. They're in with the rebound.
I admire the play call. They just couldn't capitalize.
Yeah, an efficient offensive possession. They found the look that they wanted, just didn't go in.
Cunningham finds Duran. Out to Thompson. And there's a 3-second violation. Magic trail by 6. On the wing, Caldwell Pope. Here's Wagner. Over to the left wing. Here's Banchero. Here he goes. Oh, Banchero throws it down.
Oh, no holding back from Banchero. He wants this team to be able to rely on him in these type of moments.
Stewart, left side. Pass to Ivy. Here's Duran. And the timeout called here by J.B. Bickerstaff. There is a lot on the line, and he is determined to make sure everyone's on the same page. Wagner's checked in for Orlando. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Hey team, I was able to catch the message that JB Bickerstaff was giving to his team. He stressed with his guys how important defense is at this point of the game, saying, quote, "It's got to come down to stops, fellas. You know how good our offense is. Now I need you to communicate and D-up out there."
Appreciate the report, Allie. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Orlando's gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the fourth quarter. Suggs against Thompson. Suggs outside. Pass to Banchero. Just 5 on the clock. Takes a 3. Second chance shot. Wagner with it. And he lobs it up to the rim. Bam! Powell, what execution!
And stepping up when it's clutch time. That's a very mature play by the young Banchero.
They'll probably slow things down now.
Burn the clock while you have the lead. I like that. Yeah, just a must-foul situation to stop the clock.
16 seconds left to play in the fourth. Now Cunningham, and an intentional foul right there.
That's just poor clock management defensively.
First free throw is good, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And he hits both free throws here, and it's a 4-point ball game.
Ooh, I think that's a wrap, and I can tell you, you can't have more pressure-packed free throws than the ones that are going to seal the game.
It's time for your 407 dance speed.
8 seconds left in the game, and he buries it. And that one brings him within 1.
Yeah, here's a list of things I don't want to do, and right at the top is guard that guy.
And the timeout called here by JB Bickerstaff. The pressure is on, and he's got a plan to share with his guys. And they're going to prolong the game with an intentional foul.
Yeah, and there's no question they have to foul. Now, I'm sure they would have preferred to avoid it.
Oh, the first of 2, no good. A heartbreaker. That's good. Going 1 of 2 from the line. And that'll put him up 2. And so Jamal Mosley calls for the timeout. Critical moment here. He's not taking any chances. What's the best strategy for him?
I don't know if they should be greedy here and go for a 3. I'd take it to the basket, get a high percentage shot, or maybe get fouled.
The 3 from Banchero. Oh my! What a shot!
Remember when big men shooting threes were as rare as a Sasquatch, and now those big guys are everywhere.
So it's the Magic taking the W in a close one. That was an incredible night.
Coming up next, the Pistons. Welcome, sports fans. Thanks for joining us. Craig is a player. How long does the excitement of a new season last?
I'd say it starts to wear off right about now. You got to start bringing your own motivation to every game, and you need to provide your own energy.
And now the opening lineup for Detroit. The backcourt pair will be Cunningham and Ivy. Isaiah Stewart out there with Thompson. And it's Duren in at the 5 down low. Here's Lillard. That's good. And it's Jackson with the assist that time.
And that was not an opportunity Lillard was going to let pass by. Getting down the floor in an instant and finishing on the break.
Now, here's Duren. Here's Cunningham. Launches a 3. They grab their own miss. Pass to Ivy. From past the arc. Detroit, no good that time either.
Early on, 3 misses to open the game. Their offense right now still trying to find its way.
And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Now, here's Lillard. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2. And, yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
Tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now. A challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review. That first step of Lillard, deadly.
Hey, GA, how about Damian Lillard's time in Portland? 11 magnificent years.
I mean, Kevin, arguably the best trailblazer of all time. Rookie of the year, then 7 All-Star appearances. Dame will always be a legend in the Rose City.
Rebound, Detroit.
Come on, you can't be doing that. I know these guys want to put on a show, but you can't pass up scoring opportunity.
Cunningham gets the bucket.
He's looking very confident so far. The defense is going to have to account for him.
On the wing, Giannis. No one near him. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time.
And we've seen Giannis elevate his scoring ability over time. Great bucket there.
Cunningham for 3. Cans it from downtown. Cunningham's got 7 points in the game. For Milwaukee, they've gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Shoots over Duren. Antetokounmpo, no good.
Well, the analytics don't like it. But if the defense is giving it up, I like that shot selection despite the miss.
And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Hey, Kevin, the Bucks are still trying to perfect their chemistry. Bobby Portis says things take time. You've got to keep continuing to build it. There's another level Dame and Giannis can get to, just making it clockwork. Then continuing to get better at it opens the floor for everyone else on the court. Kevin?
Well, David, with those two guys, Dame and Giannis, it opens the floor up a lot. Hey, thanks for the report. Here's Lillard. Following the basket by Cade Cunningham. Lillard scanning the floor. Just 5 to shoot. Here's the lob at Kumbo, and Giannis throws it down.
Making it look simple. The athleticism of Giannis on full display.
And you look at the Detroit Pistons, Stan, so much young talent, but the chemistry is a work in progress, clearly.
Well, it is, Kevin, and they're working on it, but it's hard with so many new faces, and they still need a second and third guy that they can build around. They've got a lot of good role players, but they need a couple more stars.
Hey, Lillard has all the talent in the world, but, man, this guy is a great leader. Lots of charisma, and he holds his teammates accountable.
Now, here's Ivy. Nothing on the board. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. As the son of 2 professional athletes, Stan, Jaden Ivey was raised around sports. He knows the culture.
Yeah, that's an understatement, Kevin. His grandfather and father both played professional football. His mom played in the WNBA. She's now a college coach, but she also spent some time as an assistant with the Grizzlies. This guy has had sports from the time he was born.
Oh, nasty dunk there by Cunningham. This is why he went first overall. Cade's got length, skill, and athleticism.
Now here's Prince. Pass to Giannis. And slams it down right on top of Jalen Duren.
An amazing athlete. The length, speed, Giannis is borderline impossible to guard when he is playing downhill.
Lopez against Stewart. And the dunk by Lopez.
He takes advantage of them in every way possible.
And Greg, he lures them into a trap on the steal, and then bang, straight to the bucket.
Turning great defense into great offense. That's the kind of stop you're looking for.
Ivy against Lillard. Over Ivy. And that one released in time, but no good. Giannis Antetokounmpo, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for the Milwaukee Bucks. He notched. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. Let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Bucks.
Well, their game plan has been very effective so far. They're working the ball inside, putting constant pressure on the defense.
And the other thing, I love how they're playing up tonight, getting into ball handlers and forcing some turnovers.
On the court for the Pistons, the backcourt pair will be Cunningham and Ivy. Thompson is out there with Isaiah Stewart. And it's Duren in at the center position.
Well, the physicality of the NBA takes some getting used to, but Cunningham is able to make those tough finishes.
Antetokounmpo throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a three-point play. That's on Jalen Duren.
As hot as he's getting, they have to plan on bringing the double team every time he touches it.
Well, Greg, it took 40 years, but the Bucks finally won their second NBA title back in 2021.
Yeah, Kareem leading that 71 squad. Giannis was the man in 2021, averaging 35 and 13 during the finals, closing out the Suns with that 50-piece in Game 6.
Here's Lopez. To the middle, here's Jackson. Lillard outside. Just 4 to shoot. The tray. It's good from long range. Lillard's got the lead up to 4 now for the Bucks.
A downright lethal three-point threat. Lillard is someone defenders must stay attached to if they want to have any impact.
And that one's good by Lopez.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooters.
Duran sets the screen for Cunningham. Into the lane. Shot to stop the run. Launches it. Ivy with the bucket.
Oh, how about the quick thinking by Ivy? I love when he goes right at it with the shot.
Nobody near Lillard. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. And we've got a whistle. The refs are indicating it's a transition take foul. It's going to be a shot and the ball. And he's got his first chance at the line here.
And he was dialed in at the line a season ago. 87% from the line.
Pistons trail by 3. Over to the wing. To the paint. Shot's good by Duran. Duran's got his first basket. For years, it seemed like the league was going to go smaller. But lately, Greg, it seems like size is back in fashion.
Yeah, I mean, look at the MVP award, right? Centers and Jokic and Embiid winning it recently. Even Giannis, I wouldn't consider him small. And just overall around the NBA, it feels like bigger teams are having more success. Good job of stepping up to the plate there, seizing back the momentum for his team.
Yeah, plenty of lead changes in this game. It's gone back and forth.
Prince with a screen on Thompson. Here's Lillard. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Lillard's got 5 points in the quarter.
Aggressive move by Lillard, attacking the heart of that defense.
Ivy, no one around him. Good, and the assist goes to Cunningham. Cunningham's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. And for those of you just joining us in the second quarter with about 3 minutes gone by. And a deep 3 from Lillard. No good on the 3. Detroit with the ball. Big run right now going for him, 11-2. After a solid rookie campaign, Coach, Jalen Duran had a breakout sophomore year.
Well, Kevin, Jalen Duran knows who he is. Averaging a double-double, but he stays within himself. Doesn't take very many jump shots. Shot well over 60%, and he has got a great motor.
Lopez finds Lillard. Lopez, a screen on Thompson. Outside Jackson. Back to Lillard. Over Thompson. Lillard misses.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
And when it comes to getting up and down the floor, Thompson has few peers.
With the break in the action, we've got a chance now to look at last year's top rebounders. Number 5 is Jalen Duran.
What a season he had in the paint. I mean, his rebounding numbers really mind-boggling. Who wouldn't love to have a guy like that?
He had a nice open look right there. Stewart's got 5 points so far.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
And then Lillard slams it in.
Some nights, Lillard can just keep going and going.
Cunningham kicks to Thompson. Back to Cunningham. Again, the Pistons score.
He's been reliable from the floor, and that's reflected on the scoreboard.
Outside Jackson. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
Another foul would give him 3 before the half. Something to keep an eye on, guys.
Let's take a second look at that fantastic block.
And boy, did he get up quick to reject that shot. That's as fundamental as defense gets.
And it's Detroit's ball. They're on an 18-6 run. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Lopez sets a screen for Lillard. And it's a defensive 3-second violation. The Bucks shooting their 4th attempt at the free throw line right here. And he shows the focus there, nails the technical.
And I like the work Lillard's put into his defense the past few seasons. He may not be a stopper, but he's improved immensely at that end of the floor.
Giannis drives in, and Antetokounmpo slams it in.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Duran sets the screen for Ivy. Yep, that one goes in there. 9 points in the game so far.
And that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Man, he's in such a great rhythm right now. Makes sense to get him the ball any way you can.
Yeah, when you have a guy playing like he has been recently, he's got to be the first option on every possession.
And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
I got to see more fight on the glass. They're in a slugfest. Winning the battle of the boards can swing this game.
But do they have the personnel?
Taking a peek now at the up. And that's all for us. Now it's time to send it back.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. You look at Cade Cunningham in this game, he's been everywhere.
Definitely been challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
Well, I just love his fearlessness so far. He's charging inside like no one can stop him.
So with Lillard on the bench, here's the 5 for Doc Rivers right now. They've got Pat Connaughton. Kevin Porter is out there with Gary Trent. Then there's Bobby Portis. And it's Sims in at the 5 roaming the paint. The Bucks trail. And here is Connaughton.
Detroit foul. Water. First personal foul. First team foul.
To the inside. Here's Sims. Rips in the dunk off the timely pump fake.
And although an undersized center, more than making up for it with some serious hops.
He stands since 2009. The Pistons have just 2 playoff appearances.
Yeah, that's true, Kevin. And they got swept in both of those playoff appearances. They haven't won a playoff game since 2008. And with all the lottery picks they've made recently, their fans are itching to see some progress.
Here's Beasley. And it's Connaughton with the rebound. And for Milwaukee, their shoot has been just outrageous, 64% from the field to this point. Porter passes to Sims. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
Using his length, getting in close to stuff it down. That's just too easy.
Beasley outside. Good, and the assist goes to Hardaway. Beasley's got his first 3 points of the game.
I like the dish from Hardaway Jr., proving once again he's a team-first player.
Outside, Porter. Portis sets the pick for Porter. Out to the wing. Driving to the basket. Offensive rebound. Tries again. Sims hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D. Sims has got 6 in the quarter.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Out to Harris. Beasley with a screen on Portis. And Harris wide open. He shoots off target with his 3. Milwaukee in the lead. And it's the Bucks on the break. And he dunks it down.
Just no chance there for the defense. Major size disadvantage. He's got no business trying to stop that slam. Just get out of the way.
Trent with it. Picked up by Harris. Right side, Portis. Here we are, Stan, seeing more and more great international players in the NBA. And you've had a chance to coach some of the good ones as well.
Well, yeah, look, Kevin, you're right about the league now. We see every year, it seems like, the MVP is an international player. I had Ito Turkoglu was a big part of what we did in Orlando, was a most improved player in the league one year and a key part of our team that made it to the finals. 6'10", highly skilled, very versatile guy. There are great players coming from everywhere in the world.
I love the anticipation defensively there to get into the perfect spot.
Trent with the wide open look. Hits it from three-point range. Trent's got the lead up to 7 now for the Bucks.
Well, he can beat you in a lot of ways. Very challenging to defend.
Beasley, the pass to Harris. Back to Beasley. Pass to Hardaway. And they get it. Detroit, no good that time either. Milwaukee leading by 7. Here's Sims. Trent outside. Here's the screen. Down low. The shot's good from Sims. Sims has got 11 points here in just the second half.
Putting that pass right in his stride. Didn't have to slow up and was able to complete the play.
No, just pure from the corner. Harris doesn't pass up an opportunity from there.
Trent outside. Pass to Sims. Porter kicks to Trent. Good, and a nice assist from Porter. Porter's got 3 assists in the game.
And how about Porter Jr.'s court awareness? Excellent job finding the open man with the pass.
There's Portis. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. For 3, Beasley. Sims with the rebound. Sims has got his 5th rebound in this one.
Another miss. He is struggling for the quarter.
Connaughton finds Trent. Here's Sims. Buzzer sounded, he just dunked it right down. Wow!
Super work on the boards. They really want to put their foot down on him now.
Yeah, and once you've got him on the ropes, Greg, just keep swinging away.
Yeah, this is the spot where...
And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. Back right after this. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feat.
Well, it's one of the core parts of the game. Reading the defense and creating an easy bucket for your teammate. That is pretty.
And as we head into the 4th, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. And Detroit looking at who they've got. The backcourt pair will be Cunningham and Ivy. Isaiah Stewart out there with Jalen Durham. And it's Thompson in at the 3. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Detroit with the rebound. Stewart's got his 5th rebound in this one. Cunningham for 3. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Cunningham's got 21 in the game.
Well, he's been able to find points, just not enough of them. They've got to string together some more buckets.
Down his high post. Duran's on him. Antetokounmpo, a screen on Stewart. Lopez finds Antetokounmpo. Goes back up. Outside Jackson. 6 to shoot. There's the lob. Antetokounmpo. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. The drive by Thompson. And it's Thompson with the jam.
The speed makes Thompson such a threat with the ball in his hands.
And so Lillard will bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. And now the Pistons fast break. Cunningham for 3. Milwaukee with the rebound. Giannis with it. Duran picks him up. No one stopping Giannis. No way. No how.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth, physical basketball, guys.
And when he lets the athleticism take over, Thompson can do almost anything.
Lillard against Thompson. Lillard outside. Outside for Jackson. Pass to Lopez. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Asar Thompson. That will get him his 4th foul of the game. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Cunningham against Jackson. 5 to shoot. It's good.
Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
Well, it's not going to get any easier if they can't improve their defensive intensity. They got to show some fight.
Cunningham passes to Stewart. Stolen by Jackson. It's stolen by Cunningham. And here we go. Thompson heading to the hoop. And it's a great finish!
Oh, my gosh.
And his athleticism is really off the charts. Love seeing Thompson punching home like that.
Lillard against Thompson. Antetokounmpo setting the pick for Lillard. Back to Antetokounmpo. Lillard outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Thompson with the rebound.
And we talk about the importance of protecting the rim. Right there, outstanding defense.
Bucks leading by 8. Got a piece of it. Takes it inside, and it's Thompson with the jam.
What a huge moment for Thompson, showing how clutch he can be.
Giannis up top, defended by Duran. And the foul called on Cade Cunningham. That's his first foul. And 1:01 left in the 4th quarter. Lopez, a screen on Cunningham. Jackson looking around. 4 on the clock. Lillard from outside. That shot is in, just like 6 others have been for him. He's shooting 7 for 15.
Sticking it from the corner. You got to know where Lillard is at all times.
Cunningham for 3. Buries the long-range jumper.
Cunningham's teammates and coaches trust in him in a big spot.
Lillard up top. He's covered by Thompson. Lillard against Thompson. There's the lob. Antetokounmpo.
Every aspect of Giannis's game showing tonight. Just unreal. Guys, let's just go ahead and call this one. It's over.
Yeah, time is not on their side. The score is not on their side. Nothing you can do.
Pass to Stewart. There's Lopez with the 3. Off target with that shot. And so the Bucks take the win. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. Once they started to really play in rhythm.
Thank you, David. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. So now for Greg Anthony, Stan Van Gundy, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see.
These two teams, my attention is drawn to the front court matchup.
Oh, yeah, this should be a battle on the baseline. Great to watch skilled bigs trade blows and show off what they can do down low.
And the starting lineup for the Magic. The backcourt is Suggs and Caldwell-Pope. Banchero and Carter Jr. make up the front court. And it's Wagner in at the 3. Now here's Suggs on the take. And the layup is good.
Boy, that's just the toughness basket by Suggs right there. Remember now, this young man was an all-state football player in high school.
Antetokounmpo, a screen on Suggs. Lillard against Suggs. Lillard passes to Antetokounmpo. 6 on the shot clock. In transition, the Magic on the run. Suggs finds Wagner. Fires from deep. Prince grabs the miss. And so Prince will bring it up for the Bucks. Well, Clark, this Bucks roster is loaded with veteran talent, but their window for another run won't last long.
No, those windows don't last forever, especially with so many young teams around the league on the ascent. The Bucks may want to take a page from them and give some of their younger players a chance to grow and contribute.
Now here's Lopez. Antetokounmpo outside. They set the pick. And Antetokounmpo with the stuff.
The sheer power of Antetokounmpo goes up and throws it down hard. That is impressive.
Here's Banchero. Oh, Banchero throws it down.
Just such a terrific dunker.
Man, born to fly, that's for sure.
Nothing surprising about that, guys. We've come to expect plays like that from him, and still, they never get old.
Now here's Lillard. Pass to Antetokounmpo. The shot that time not on target. Great D that time from Banchero. Caldwell-Pope with a drive from deep. And it's Banchero with a 3. Banchero's got 5.
You know, I know some would like to see Banchero increase his shooting range, especially since he doesn't have a solid shot from behind the arc.
Lillard deciding where to go with it. Antetokounmpo, a screen on Suggs. Here's Lillard, and it's in there.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here.
Guys, I thought he got into a groove last year at the charity stripe, and I thought he maintained it deep into the season as well.
Now here's Suggs. Pass to Caldwell-Pope. Banchero outside. Takes the 3. He drops it from range. Give him 8 points now.
You can't leave Banchero open from 3 either, because he makes shots from everywhere.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Doc Rivers. I asked him how he plans to slow down Paolo Banchero, and coach told me, look, he's an all-star, so you've got to guard him with your whole team. He's big, he's strong, he can punish you down low, but he's also quick and has the ability to beat you on the perimeter. We'll have to be disciplined tonight, B.A.
And Allie, thank you for that.
How about the springs of this guy, Antetokounmpo, also known as the Greek Freak? I mean, he just gets up off the ground like a rocket on these alley-oop chances.
Suggs, no good.
Total breakdown from the defense there. I mean, he'll usually take advantage when that's the case.
And Clark, Giannis is an endearing player in many ways. Which one of his dad jokes is your favorite?
Tell you what, B.A., I can't pick out a favorite, but I love the fact that he's got such a great sense of humor and a sense of being comfortable in his own skin. That all comes out when he interacts with the media and fans. He doesn't take himself too seriously, and I think that's why so many people Love it.
Well, Clark, we all continue to be amazed by Giannis. What do you like most about his game?
I just think his passion and energy and relentless effort, he gives it to you every time he steps between the line. You get the sense he's not taking any plays off, and he's trying his very best, and that's an endearing quality and something I've really admired about his game throughout his career.
Here's Jackson following the bucket by the Magic. Prince, a screen on Wagner. Here's Jackson, and the dunk by Jackson.
And one move ahead of the defense. A solid pick.
And then the monster dunk to complete the play. Well done.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league.
Suggs, the pass to Caldwell Pope. Over Lillard. Giannis with the rebound.
Boy, he's got to be disappointed in the result there. I mean, the defender really didn't make any impact at all.
Lillard against Caldwell Pope. Nice move. And Lillard finishes it off. Lillard's got 5 now.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Well, a good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Milwaukee. And some good action in the books as we get back to a game that's been pretty close so far here. And let's take a moment to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for the Bucks.
They've done a great job establishing an inside presence. Now that'll open up more options offensively throughout the remainder of the game.
One other factor today, points off turnover. I mean, let's see if they can keep up the pressure, capitalize off more forced miscues.
Inside, we have Giannis and Lopez. Damian Lillard out there with Jackson, and it's Prince in at the 3. So that's who Milwaukee starts the second with. Here's Jackson. And he buries that one. Back rim and in.
Handling the ball like a guard, Giannis has become very proficient at doing damage with the pass.
And the Magic surprising many league-wide, Clark, with how they've broken through.
And the way they're winning, I might add. I mean, rugged physical defense is their identity and calling card. Not necessarily what you expect to see from a young team, B.A. A physical guard, Suggs loves working inside. He doesn't back away from the paint at all.
Jackson for 3. Sinks the tray. He has 7.
He made the most of that opening, teaching the defense a lesson.
Suggs against Jackson.
Milwaukee foul. Brian Prince. First personal foul. First team foul.
Caldwell Pope against Lillard. Caldwell Pope with a drive. Banked it in off the glass.
Nice job adjusting his body on the drive as he gets hit. All the credit belongs to Caldwell Pope there.
Pass to Lopez. And Franz Wagner picks up the foul. That's his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Magic on D. It's a 3-point game. Jackson finds Prince. The teardrop, and the layup is good.
Prince has a nice, varied offensive game now. Loves mixing it up and going with the floater when the opportunity presents itself.
Now here's Suggs. On the wing, Caldwell Pope. Shot clock at 6. That one misses. He's 1 for 3. Milwaukee leading by 5. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Giannis Antetokounmpo wants to take on the tough assignments defensively. He said, quote, "I believe I'm one of the best two-way players to ever play this game, and I want to have that challenge, knowing that you gave everything to the game and you gave everything to stop the other team's best player."
He certainly wants to dominate in every way, Allie. Thank you. Well, Clark, Lillard's scoring isn't what it once was, but he's still a major threat from outside.
He sure is. I tell you what, he's got such great range and such command of the ball in his body. He can get the shot he wants more times than not. And he's actually gotten better, I think, when he's working off the ball. you still have to be very much aware of where Damian Lillard is when he's on the court.
And it's Lillard with the ball for the Bucks. 7-point game, biggest lead so far. Jackson, pass to Antetokounmpo. Oh, don't let Giannis in.
Well, I tell you what, the big guy knows how to do that. Throw it down.
Suggs outside. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. One thing this team loves about Jalen Suggs, he is one tough guard.
Hey, he was the state football player of the year in high school. And you don't just forget about how to be tough when you've done what he's done on the gridiron. And it translates extremely well to the hardwood. I think he's one of the better on-ball defenders in the league right now.
Now here's Lillard. 7 points in the game from behind the arc. They grab their own miss. Here's Antetokounmpo. Ooh, Giannis using his length inside.
Takes so much work to keep Giannis off the glass. He's got that great length and athleticism. Boy, he's a real problem on the boards.
And the Bucks pushing it up now. And the dunk by Jackson.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
What, you mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas, I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
He sees the taller defender, and he just gets more aggressive.
The Bucks leading by 9. Lillard outside. Wagner with a steal. And Carroll with it. Guarded by Antetokounmpo. Inside. Lopez with the steal. Pass to Jackson. The 3 is up. Again gets it to go. He can't miss. 5 for 5.
Well, that's good work by Prince there, spotting the open man and then putting the ball on target on time right in the shooting pocket.
He didn't have his feet planted.
Yeah, and I like this call because you want the refs in that situation. If there's any doubt, err on the side of giving the benefit of the doubt to the offensive player. That should have been a block, and it was.
He makes 1 of 2 that time.
The future is shining bright for Banchero. He's a multifaceted big guy who can really, I think, be the centerpiece of an organization.
9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Caldwell Pope against Jackson. Hey, he's now 6 for 6. He is cooking right now.
And staring at a sizable deficit, the defense has to tighten up.
And if it doesn't, this is only going to get uglier. I mean, that's no way to defend a player of his caliber.
From the high post. That shot, no good. And so that's the end of the first half. The Bucks on top. They lead by 13. Well, now we have some time to check in with Allie LaForce. Allie, thank you, Allie. Good stuff. We will be right back after this break for the beginning of the third quarter.
Direct your attention to center court and get ready for the half-court shot. Drums, please. They're thinking about the shot.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. Well, despite the effort to create super teams, the league has a lot of parity right now, Grant.
It really does, and I like it. It's not quite like the 80s Celtics and Lakers or the 90s Bulls, partly because of the salary cap. It's so hard to pay more than 2, maybe 3 stars at a time.
On the court for Orlando, Jonathan Isaac is out there with Mo Wagner. Then it's Cole Anthony, and it's De Silva in at the 3, the small forward. Here's Black. Goes up and lays it in, nice and easy.
A great move. I mean, the defense has no response.
Yeah, if that's a harbinger of things to come, he's looking at having a very big second half.
Trent from long range. It's hauled in by Isaac. Magic trail by 13. Here's Black. Here's Wagner. Pass to De Silva. There's the 3. 6 to shoot. Rebound, Milwaukee. Kuzma down low. Count that one.
Kuzma excellent at using his height and touch to perfection. Very confident player.
Grant, Kyle Kuzma is an instinctual scorer who gets it done in a variety of ways.
He's especially skilled inside the painted area, but he's a capable shooter from mid-range and beyond the arc. Plus, he's someone you can rely on in the clutch.
Pass to De Silva. The Magic need to put one up here. Second chance effort. Wagner with it. He's scoreless. Ball flying with a baseline jumper.
You got to move past that one. I mean, they'd want him to take that again.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look, but when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
For three, Anthony. The rebound by Sims. Milwaukee leading by 17. Porter, the pass to Kuzma. Trent outside. Portis the screen. And it's Trent penetrating. Ooh, a two-handed power slam.
They're really dictating the tempo on both ends of the court. You love it.
And don't leave out the coaching staff here now. I mean, their game plan has been perfect.
Kicks it out to Isaac. He shoots a three. Rebounded by Kuzma. For Milwaukee, they've gotten 4 of their first 5 shots to go since the break. Anthony with it. Now Porter defending. Here's Black. Oh, he nails the corner 3. Black's got 5 points now in the quarter.
A solid facilitator. Anthony using that inherited, or DNA, if you will, instinct for passing.
Here's Trent. And there's the slam. Dunk to finish it off.
Now that's how you use the screen right there.
And it leads to a thunderous finish. That was nice.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Brian, there are some players who felt the 65-game requirement for postseason awards was too high. The NBA's executive VP and head of operations, Joe Dumars, said, quote, "You're still allowed to miss 20% of the season. People pay to go, and they want to see their stars play." Brian, it's all about the fans.
True enough, Allie. Thanks. Magic trail by 20. Here's Black. He's got 5. 1:10 left in the third quarter. Wagner with a screen on Kuzma. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Let's go with a 3. No good.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Pass to Sims. Back to Kuzma. To the inside. Here's Sims over Wagner. And again, it's the Bucks missing. Orlando shooting 37% from the floor at this point. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Isaac with a screen on Trent. And he lobs it up. And the dunk by Isaac.
You know, when he's got room to lift off, he's going to power home these alley-oops. Jonathan Isaac. Got to keep an eye on him, folks.
Orlando foul.
And he'll take his 3rd and 4th free throws of the night.
Second team foul.
And he knocks down the first one. And the Bucks will go for a different look here. No good on the second free throw. Here's Black, guarded by Trent. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Antetokounmpo for 3. Oh, no good on the last second attempt there. And so it's Milwaukee up 19 points as the quarter comes to a close. Their efficiency has... And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked that this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
Well, there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Inside, we have Giannis and Lopez. Jackson out there with Damian Lillard, and it's Prince in at the 3 slot. That's the 5 on the floor for the Bucks. Oh, there's the alley! And that's out of bounds. Milwaukee will keep it. Stolen by Carter. Oh, and a fast break for the Magic. Wagner, he's open. The rebound by Jackson. Milwaukee leading by 19. And it's Lopez with the jam.
Putting that stanchion to the test. The big fella banging it down.
Suggs against Jackson. Outside Carter. Rejected by Lopez. Here's Prince. Antetokounmpo, a screen on Suggs. Lillard against Suggs. Just 4 to shoot. Three-pointer. Lillard can't get it to go. Magic trail by 21. Pass to Caldwell Pope. Just over a minute and a half played here in the fourth. Carter, a screen on Jackson. Here's Suggs. Orlando again missing. Well, Milwaukee's shooting almost 70% from the floor. Sensational. To the middle. Poke loose. Out of bounds. It'll be Orlando's ball. And Suggs has got the ball here for the Orlando Magic. Nothing doing offensively yet for them in the fourth. Into the lane. Pass to Banchero. Back to Suggs. And here is Antetokounmpo. Here's Prince. 5 on the clock. Knocked away. The Bucks need to get up a shot here. Jackson. It's rebounded by Banchero. Magic trail by 21. On the wing, Suggs. Defended by Jackson. They still need this. Rips it home off a terrific move.
Tell you what, I love when Suggs attacks the defense like this because he's so hard to guard when he's aggressively looking to get to the rim.
Antetokounmpo, a screen on Suggs. Here's Lillard. No, stopping him there. Jams it in, and he's fouled. An opportunity in a three-point play. That's on Franz Wagner. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Bucks.
Well, they found success off the drive, creating a lot of buckets by getting into the teeth of the defense.
They brought the hard hats and the lunch bells with them, too. Done some great work down inside.
It's like he's doing pull-ups on the rim.
Looked like a schoolyard playground right there.
He's lucky to get away with that, though, guys. I mean, it could have earned him a technical for hanging on too long.
Antetokounmpo, a screen on Caldwell Pope. Prince, the pass to Antetokounmpo. And stolen by Banchero. Outside, Caldwell Pope. We've got 1:28 left to play in the fourth quarter. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. You know, Clark, something Kentavious Caldwell Pope brings, that championship experience.
And every championship team has a guy like KCP, a guy who can make shots, who's always there, ultra reliable, plays both ends, doesn't step out of his role, and all he does is help you win championships. I love watching guys like that contribute in a meaningful way to championship teams. And he's a fun guy to watch because he does his job at a high level pretty much every night.
Got a hand on it.
Yeah, this is something we might see Banchero work on, improving his ability to knock away shots. And they were really able to find the mismatches they wanted and exploit those all night. Great execution from the players and coaching staff for the Bucks.
A pair of tremendous rebounding teams.
And these guys played a little harder tonight, and that was the edge they needed.
And we get spoiled sometimes, but we should take a second to appreciate what a sensational performance this has been for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Oh, I liked how he mixed it up on the glass. Wasn't afraid to get in there and do the dirty work. Showed some real grit and toughness tonight.
And what I like about Suggs is that he does many things well, and that's because he plays with so much confidence.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Pass to Jackson, and stolen by Banchero. And there is a whistle. That goes on Damian Lillard. That's his first foul of the game. We're in the bonus now, and they'll go to the line. The free throw drops for Banchero.
You know, he gets to the line quite a bit, and I know Paolo Banchero would like to see his percentage from the line creep up, and I think it will.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Caldwell Pope against Prince. 20 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Great D that time from Banchero. So this one belongs to the Bucks. A competitive game. You have to feel like this crowd gave him a little extra edge.
Yeah, they really fed off the energy. You saw.
All right, Allie, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Allie LaForce, Clark Kellogg, and Grant Hill.